Alright guys, the iPhone 13 was just announced. I've covered a lot of topics about this on my channel. Some of the features we got right, some of them we got wrong. But with it launching in just over a week from today, we've got a lot to talk about. And if you're looking for a relatively quick video that covers all of the features of iPhone 13 that was just announced, you've hit the right one. This is iPhone 13 and everything that's new. So a lot of the leaks that we've seen were actually very accurate, ranging from new cases that showed the general layout and the larger camera bump, to packaging that showed that iPhone 13 was the correct naming. Just like in other years, there's a lot of info that we already knew leading up to the event. Let's start with the larger camera bump. Featuring a more diagonal design and a larger bump that's more notable on the back, it's a new way for them to refresh that prominent camera bump. iPhone 13 is coming in a refreshed color lineup with a new pink option, a blue that's a much different shade than last year's 12 and 12 Pro models, but in my opinion looks much better, Midnight, which is their black, Starlight, which is white, and Product Red. Now taking a look a little bit closer at the iPhone 13, we've got a refreshed camera lineup that's in a diagonal orientation, but also comes with a few new features, including an ultra-wide camera with enhanced dark mode, and a wide camera allowing 47% more light and allowing a lot more detail built in. A cool feature that was brought in from the Pro lineup last year, now on the regular lineup for the 13, is the image stabilization that allows for less shaking and smoother motion when recording or taking photos. And speaking of the photos that you can take, the new ultra-wide camera on the 13 lineup allows you to see a lot more in the photo than you could before, to showcase some of the photos like this, where you can see very dark but very vibrant night mode photos, a lot more attention to detail in the colors, and much more dramatic and crisp night mode photos. A brand new feature, which in my opinion is the headliner for this year, a brand new cinematic mode. Cinematic mode is a way to adjust the aperture to bring portrait mode to videos. When recording, you'll see a frame around each face, and simply by tapping on it, it'll automatically focus to the other person in the foreground. Tapping on the person in the background allows it to shift the focus into the background, bringing the foreground to a blur. This can be edited in real time as you're recording your video, or after you've recorded the video by just going to edit and selecting the frame that you want to change. Not only can you activate this by tapping on each subject, but you can see on the left here, we're focused on the foreground, but then as the subject looks away into the background, iPhone already automatically calculates this and shifts into the subject into the background. They're said to make this dynamic shifting between objects very natural, as they studied a lot of filmmaking theoretics and brought that into this feature. Also a new feature is that the TrueDepth front-facing camera brings a lot of the features from the back to the front. This means that you're going to get cinematic mode with the blurred photos and videos, photographic styles, Dolby Vision HDR recording, portrait mode, night mode selfies, Smart HDR4, Deep Fusion, and a bunch of other options, all brought to the front-facing camera, so you can expect to up your selfie game using iPhone 13. And what better way to view those photos than on a brighter, more accurate display? Apple brought Super XDR to the iPhone 13 lineup, meaning super bright, super colorful, and super sharp displays, allowing up to 28% lighter than the previous iPhone 12 model. Another notable feature, as rumored, was that the battery was increased across the entire lineup, which is allowing some insane improvements, including 2.5 more hours of battery life on the iPhone 13 and up to 1.5 more hours of battery life on the iPhone 13 mini. And that's pretty notable considering the iPhone 12 pretty much already had all-day battery life. Among these improvements as well is a brand new A15 Bionic chip, which, like in every year, increases the performance that you can expect on the new iPhone lineup. That's going to include up to 50% faster CPU, up to 30% faster graphics, and ultimately leads to one of the fastest phones ever on the market. And that's important considering a lot of the new features that come with iOS 15, like live text in the camera app, or translations in real time using the Translate app. Now, we can't talk about all of these features they included without also talking about what they conveniently left out. So all of the leaks and all of the rumors pointed to a bunch of new features that didn't quite make the cut. That includes the 120Hz ProMotion display, which is not coming to the 13 mini or the 13 lineup, but instead is saved for the Pro models. A brand new orange color was not included in the lineup, which I'm actually really disappointed in, but I like the brand new blue color that's coming. An always on display did not make the cut for this year, so don't expect to be glancing at your phone notifications like you can on your Apple Watch. And Touch ID still not included in iPhone 13, not under the display and not in the sleep wake button either. So it looks like we're relying on Face ID for another year to come. Now, the release date we were actually right on in the last videos, with Apple said to be releasing on September 24th. And taking a look at a calendar, you can see here that the keynote was on the 14th. The pre-order date is this Friday on the 17th, leaving the brand new iPhone 13 to be in customers' hands on September 24th. In terms of pricing and capacity, the iPhone 13 lineup starts at $699, with the mini starting at $699 and offering capacities of 128 gigs, 256 gigs, and 512 gigs. The 13 starts at $799 with 128 to 512 gigs as well. The Pro model starts at $999, featuring all the same models with an addition of a 1 terabyte option. And the Pro Max starts at $1099 with all of the same capacities as the Pro. So obviously there's a lot of different features to be excited about, in some cases more than we were expecting to see on the iPhone 13 lineup. Let me know in the comments what phone that you guys are thinking about picking up. Are you going for the Mini this year, or are you going all the way up to the Pro Max? If so, what color are you looking at getting? Leave your vote down below in the comments right now. While you're down there, remember to hit the like button because it tells YouTube that videos like this don't suck, and hit the subscribe button to see more videos like this from me, as I have a new video coming shortly about the Pro series, as well as the iPad mini that were all announced at the keynote. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.